wanna la la la. I wanna la. I wanna la la la. I wanna la. I wanna la.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of JSE SENS'd. This is where we make sense, so you can make sense. Just like all of our other episodes, this episode is not intended and must not be taken as financial advice. JSE SENS'd is strictly for informational and commentary purposes only. It's not even enough to be taken as educational material. It's not comprehensive enough. We do, however, have educational material. You will find our WhatsApp number in the description box below. Financial advisors are trained professionals who consider your personal financial situation to give you investment recommendations. Avoid taking advice from unauthorized content creators. Do the right thing and reach out to your licensed and authorized financial advisor if you need personal recommendations. And if you are investing on your own, verify the information you find online, even on this episode, before making any investment decisions. The first company we are going to talk about is SuperGroup Limited. This is the SuperGroup that's in South Africa. It's not to be confused with the SuperGroup that is listed in America. The SuperGroup in South Africa is one word, SuperGroup. The one in America is two words, SuperGroup. But it's pretty much the same name. Just that the one in America is a gaming company, and it's the owner of Betway. The same Betway that people use to bet on soccer games, play aviator and stuff. But the SuperGroup in South Africa is a logistics company, right? So make sure you don't make that confusion. So the one that's listed on the JSE is listed with the ticker symbol SPG. And they have announced that two of their very top guys have made transactions in their shareholding of the company. The first one is the CEO himself, Mr. P.W. Mountfort. He bought shares on the 18th of June, and he bought 635,865 shares. He bought each share for 12 rand and 46 cents. He spent a total value of 7.9 million rands. Since he bought the shares in his own names, it's a direct beneficial, right? The second top guy is the financial officer, the chief financial officer by the name C.A. Brown. He also made a share purchase on the same day that the CEO has also bought the shares. So they probably had a meeting over some coffee and they decided to buy more shares in their own names. I don't know what they know, but they are clearly onto something here. So the chief financial officer has bought 345,328 shares. He bought them for the same price as the CEO, 12 rand 46 cents, and he spent a total value of 4,301,612 and 76 cents. He also bought them in his own names, so it's a direct beneficial. SuperGroup's highest price ever was 157 rands per share, and it achieved it in 2007. It's currently trading at 16 rands per share. These guys are probably in profit. They are definitely in profit now because they bought at 12 rands 46 cents, and it's currently trading at 6 rands. So they're definitely in profit. It's trading 90% down from its all-time high, and at some point it was even over 90% down from the all-time high. So I don't know what they know, but they definitely bought the bottom. Let me know what you think about SuperGroup in the comment section. The second company we are going to talk about is ASTRAL Foods Limited. ASTRAL Foods is in the chicken business, but they also have some groceries business, and they're also selling animal food. They call it feed. So they are pretty diversified. They are listed on the JSE with a ticker symbol ARL. And they also announced that one of their guys has made transactions in their shares. So the name of the guy is MJ Schmidt, and he's a managing director for their feed business for the animal food, right? This guy sold the shares that he owned in Astral. He made the transaction on the 26th of June, and he sold about 1,866 shares, right? On average, he sold for 181 rands and 90 cents per share because he made several transactions, right? So the value of the first transaction was around 339,433 and 80 cents. And then on the next day, he also sold some more shares, 95 shares. He sold them at 180 rands per share. I don't know why he's running away. Remember, they are not obliged to let us know why they are buying or selling. But it's a good indicator. I mean, if one of the top guys buys or sells, it sends out a message, right? So the value of the second transaction was just 17,100 rands, and he made both these transactions in his own names. So you already know it's a direct beneficial. Astral Foods' highest price ever was at 334 rands per share, and it achieved it in 2018, just before COVID, because the chicken business really took a hit during COVID. So their highest price ever was 334 per share, and it's currently trading at 179 rands per share, which is down about 47% from the all-time high. So you will let me know what you think about Astral down in the comment section. The third company we are going to talk about is Nictus Limited. Nictus is listed on the JSE with a ticker symbol NCS. It is a holdings company, meaning they are investing into other companies through Nictus, right? And the three most popular companies that Nictus owns is Tiger Wheels and Tire, and Build It, the building warehouse, and Trend Tire. So Trend Tire, I think it operates in the industrial vehicles side, because back home there's a mine, and I remember people who were working as contractors in the mine, but they were working for Trend Tire, and they were fixing those heavy duty vehicles tires in the mine as a Trend Tire contract. That's the only exposure I've had to Trend Tire, and that's how I know it. So I wouldn't be surprised if you don't know about that one, but you definitely know about Tiger Wheels and Tire and Build It. So they are owned by Nictus. If you're looking for exposure into those companies, you need to be researching Nictus. So Nictus has released their financial statements. Their year has ended in March 2025, and these are their key features. The total assets for the group has increased by 34%, and the total revenue for the group has went down by 23%, and the headline earnings per share has increased by 84%, and the earnings per share itself has also increased by 85%, and the group profit for the year, remember the profit is revenue minus cost of sales or cost of goods sold. So the profit that they made for the year has also increased by 85%, and therefore they declared a dividend which is 100% more than the previous year's dividend. In the previous year, they paid 6 cents per share, but in the current year, they'll be paying 12 cents per share, which is directly double from that. So Nictus is currently trading at 2 rands and 20 cents per share, with an all-time high of 5 rands per share, which it achieved in January 2012. So this means Nictus has dropped about 93% to the bottom, but it's now currently trading at 56% from the all-time high. So it means it dropped to the bottom and it started coming up a little bit. It's now trading about 56% from the all-time high. So I don't know, man. I thought the 12 cents is too little for a dividend, but when you consider that their share price is only 2 rand something, like with 20 rands you can get like more than 10 shares, right? Well, it's somewhere there because it's 2 rand 20 cents. It's cheap. That's my point. So that's why you're getting like 12 cents as a dividend. Usually the companies that you're paying more for, those are the ones that give you a few rands for dividends. But these cheaper companies, they'll give you like cents, man. You need to own a lot of shares for you to make significant amounts of money from their dividends. But anyway, let me know if you knew that Build It belonged to Nictus or even Tiger Wheels in the comment section below. The fourth company we are going to be talking about today is Cybin. I've seen this around online on social media and I never really knew what they do until I prepared for this video, right? So Cybin has just recently listed on the smaller side of JSE called the OutX. So JSE also has a side where they are listing smaller businesses that do qualify to list, and if they perform well enough and they grow, then they move them to the main board of the JSE. So Cybin has listed on that smaller side in June 2024, right? And it's trading with the ticker symbol CCC. So Cybin has also released their financial statements because their financial year has ended in March 2025. So since they recently just listed, their investment income has increased by 354%. This is because of the IPO, the initial public offering that they made in order for them to list. Cybin is in the medical cannabis industry. So they cultivate and produce medical cannabis, and they claim that they are the first ones to receive the license since that was legal to do in South Africa. So since they listed, their share price has jumped to 10 rands per share, and then it quickly deflated and went down to 2 rands 95 cents per share. It's currently around that time, at the time of making this video. So I don't know, man, do you think this medical cannabis or just the cannabis industry, do you think it's ripe enough to deliver value for investors? Because I myself, I'm not sure of that. Maybe I need to study Cybin a little bit deeper to find that out. But what I know is that there's a lot of products that can come off cannabis or marijuana, and its different breeds and strains. I know that there's a lot of products. Some people make bricks, some people make t-shirts, you can make medicine, but I'm not sure whether the industry is ripe enough to deliver value yet. Let me know what you think about Cybin in the comment section. And the last company we are going to talk about today here is Reinet Investments. Reinet Investments is also a holdings company, and it belongs to Johan Rupert, That's how he's making his money. He still has other companies, but Reinet is one of them. It's listed on the JSE, so you can own it with him with the ticker symbol RNI, right? It's a holdings company. They used to own British American Tobacco, the biggest cigarette company in the world, or at least I think so, but it's the most famous, especially in South Africa. They recently just sold those shares. They used to be a major shareholder and they recently just sold those shares. So they released a company announcement in response to a recent speculation that's currently going around, right? So it reads that they noted that there's further press speculation that is concerning the possibility of the sale of one of the companies they own in the name of Pension Insurance Corporation Group. So they own about 49.5% of this company, and there's been a lot of news in the media saying they are going to be selling this stake. So they wanted to come out to clarify that it's not like they want to sell the stake. They are a shareholder in that company, and another company by the name of Athora Holdings Ltd has reached out to them as a shareholder to see if they cannot sell their shares to them. So Athora wants to buy 100% of PIC, Pension Insurance Fund. It wants to, Pension Insurance Corporation, it wants to buy 100% of that company. So what they normally do is they reach out to the big shareholders, just like the Balo World transaction, just like the Ashura transaction. You can look at our past videos to understand this. So when a company wants to take another company over, it usually talks to the major shareholders that are owning that company, and it holds meetings with them to see if they cannot sell their shares to them, right? So Reinet wanted to clarify that. A lot of people think Reinet wants to sell, but in actual fact, Athora has approached it and it wants to take over the 100% shares in PIC, not necessarily just the Reinet ownership. So that's what the announcement is for, just to clarify that. And so Reinet has an all-time high of 615 rands per share. It's a big company. It's not a small company. 615 rands per share, all-time high. And it achieved it this week. This week, it's still very fresh. I think it had this spike due to this news, because a lot of people would be buying into Reinet if it's going to be selling one of their companies like that. Then they will probably declare special dividends, or it just makes it more attractive because now they're going to be having a lot of cash to allocate to other companies and stuff. So they are currently trading at 574 rands per share, just a little bit lower than the all-time high. So you could say that they can definitely print another all-time high by the end of the week, by tomorrow, or just next week, because it's trading around that same price. So yeah, man, it's possible to own the same company that Johann Rupert owns. So I don't know about that. Like, if these people didn't want to share the wealth and stuff, they wouldn't list these companies, right? Yes, they definitely have the money already, and a lot of the black people don't have the money to buy these shares. But I mean, it's listed. We can be disciplined. We can try by all means to be financially wise and take advantage of companies like this and get to own the same companies that the richest man in South Africa is making his riches from. So let me know what you think about Reinet down in the comment section. So that's just about it with today's episode of JSE SENS'd. do me a favor and share this episode with one person, just one person. After watching it, just press that share button and share it with one person. If I get a share from every one person that watches this, it has a potential to double our views. If 100 people were going to watch this and they share it with one person, then that's 200 people. And whoever you share it with, they'll get this message as well. If they also share it, that's 300. So please, it goes a long way. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and like and drop that comment. It helps us and it helps YouTube to recommend these videos to more other people. So that is the end of today's episode. This is JSE SENS'd, where we make sense make sense, so you can make sense.
Today, dude.
Fuck it, I know that I said it already. It's my fucking and I'll say it a many times. How many times have I wanted to say it but couldn't? Cause I was busy fighting scammers. Busy for better phone, better camera. Better known for being under the weather. Snapback, made of leather. I was called the procurer.